scarier if they do know what to do and they're not doing it. I rebuilt our military, including our nuclear capacity and the creation of Space Force. 75 years, not since the Air Force. They gave $85 billion of our military away to the Taliban. You remember that? The press doesn't like talking about it. They don't mention it, including 700,000 machine guns, rifles, and other firearms. Think of what 700,000. I don't know if you know it. They're one of the biggest sellers of equipment now, guns, rifles, planes, munitions. One of the biggest anywhere in the world. They're selling the stuff that we stupidly left behind, as well as airplanes, helicopters, tanks, and 70,000 trucks. Does anybody here own a car place, or does anybody have a used car lot? 70,000 trucks. Many of them are armor plated, very expensive, of course, millions and millions of dollars. And they gave it away for nothing, for no reason. They wanted to get out. They took the military out first. It's a horrible, think of what happened. They took the military out first. I was getting us safely out of Afghanistan. I'm the one that got us down to 2,000 soldiers. But we were going to keep Bagram, not because of Afghanistan, but because it's an hour away from where China makes its nuclear weapons. And we had it. Billions and billions of dollars were spent many years ago building it. And we walked out at the dead of night and did leave the dogs behind, by the way. They were left behind. We were getting out of that. We were going to get out with dignity and power and strength, and we weren't going to lose soldiers. We had 13 killed, many, many injured. Nobody even talks about the injured. No arms, no legs, blown to pieces. And just so sad to see. I think it was the lowest day in the history of our country, that time period, and the media barely talked about it. In the Middle East, we wanted to, and we did. We ended the endless wars. There were endless wars, but we made them ending and bringing our troops. We brought them back home. Biden turned Afghanistan into truly something that nobody ever thought possible. In fact, I think Putin, when he looked at that, he said, this is the time to go in, because in my watch, he wouldn't have done it. He would have never, ever done it. He saw the weakness. He saw the incompetence. None of this would have ever happened, 100%. Somebody said, are you sure? Well, we went through 4 years plus, if you think about it, plus a very long time where we were politicking, right? Nothing happened, 4 years, nothing, not even a question about it. And I spoke to him about it. He knew how I felt. He wouldn't have done it. It's a shame. On to so many people being killed. The whole place is just a disaster. That whole mess, what a mess, and it should have never happened. On Tuesday, Biden's going to the Javelin factory. They build the Javelins. Remember the Javelins with tank busters? It's in a great state, Alabama. Boy, we won Alabama, too. We won Alabama so big. The same weapons that I supplied to Ukraine while the Obama-Biden administration, they supplied blankets. You remember the heat I took? I was supplying Javelins, and they were saying it was good. He gave blankets, I gave Javelins. And they were saying, like, oh, it's supposed to be good the other way. Well, it turned out that without the Javelins, there wouldn't even be anything going. They would, remember this. I ended the pipeline. I supplied the Javelins, and I got $430 billion more for NATO from these other countries that were delinquent. They weren't paying. And then I had to listen to these people up here, the fake news, say he's been so nice. He's been so nice to Russia. Russia. You know who didn't think I was nice to Russia? Putin. He said, you're killing me on the pipeline. The people of Alabama know what's going on. When he shows up on Tuesday, the people of Alabama know. We gave it. You know, they're always trying to take what we did and trying to say, gee, they did it. It's all misinformation. Their whole party is based on misinformation. Everything from Russia, 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 that hoax, to the laptop from hell, to the impeachment hoax, #1, impeachment hoax, #2, the Mueller bullshit. It was all, it's all It's all, they're a party, they are the party of misinformation. Under my leadership, America was strong and America was respected. Like maybe never before, we were respected. We were respected. Now, leaders of other countries don't even return the phone call of the President of the United States. They don't want to talk to him. They want, in many cases, nothing to do with them to take advantage of us. Like, we're giving $33 billion. What's Europe giving? You know, Europe is very affected by what's going on over there. You know what they're giving? They're giving a lot of lip service by comparison, a lot of lip service. Under the Trump administration, we had the greatest economy in the history of the world.